study published. They were echoes of light that appeared to be consistent with X-rays reflected from behind the black hole. So apparently, from my understanding, is this black hole is so large, they're seeing light that's being ejected out of the back, and
like an echo wrapping around. Yeah,
because of the gravity.
The light can echo wrapping around the back of the celestial phenomenon and allowing astronomers to see it.
Mm-hmm. So it's so large that it's bending light that's being ejected out of the back, and they're able to see it. Which it proves
what they're saying is, all right, you know how they say like space time, and how the more denser an object is, or the more gravity it is, the slower time is, and it actually warps space.
Yeah,
like the whole wormhole theory.
I saw a
documentary. You can bend space enough, you could jump in points in space without having to actually travel that far distance. That's what they're saying. Is it's proven that this black hole so massive it bent space time so much that they were able to see the light behind it.
Correct. And
that's
I just
awesome.
thought
that's actually pretty sweet. I mean,
it's awesome,
fascinating.
Yeah, because last year we finally had our first image of, supposed image of a black hole, which I was pretty neat. Now we're seeing this.
Did you ever say my favorite meme that came from that was someone did the OK sign, you know, like how you play that game, like somebody sees it and you get to punch them.
Oh God, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Somebody made a meme where it was just that hand signal. It was awesome.
That picture was so bad. It wasn't what I was expecting at all.
Well, you didn't expect a little orange donut in the middle of black space,
right? Nope. I didn't.
Zoom all the way.
All the way.
That symbol.
I've always been curious though. My thought about black holes is, you know, scientifically they say it's an infinitely dense point in space, and it looks like a cone, right? It just keeps funneling in until nothing. But what if what we're looking at isn't actually a hole? What if a black hole is actually like you would bounce off of that, like if it was a planet?
That's talking like Interstellar. That's a great movie.
Kind of.
Monty,
that's kind of deep though.
I'm going to explore a black hole this weekend, and I'll let you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You have to let me know if it's medium rare, or rare.
Oh, man. That's rich.
Or if you can see the light behind it.
How much are you paying to get to that black hole?
Oh! Have you seen me? They just come.
I was going to say a bus fare.
A bus fare.
Jeez, that's so real.
Oh man, it's so bad.
That shit.
So bad.
Let's get back on track here, gentlemen. Spiders. Who likes spiders?
I hate spiders.
Yeah, they're all right.
Princess Diana, no?
Wait, Princess Diana.
A punch spider.
You're not feeling it?
No, I'm not right now.
It is kind of, you know, it's kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's make an NFT about it and sell it.
I didn't like it either.
Spiders. Spider.
Oh, I did see this. I did see you post this.
Yeah, what is this?
Spiders can take down and feast on surprisingly big snakes.
Beast mode.
The way you say that is so fucking strong for like that little worm that spider's got in his fucking
that's a small snake because that's a black widow. Black widows, I mean, they get big, but
they get big.
I mean, that's a tiny snake.
We just shot him down, Devin.
Wow.
Hopefully you don't use the same measurements for your.
I like this one.
Yeah, he
I'm a little
does.
disappointed in the snake.
It's not the first time he's heard that.
There's a birding.
I mean, when you do say it like compared to the spider size, it's 30 times.
It's 30 times bigger than the spider.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Do justice to the bird-eating spider in the Empire.
Yeah. The bird-eating spider, that's a different level.
Shout out
to... if you compare your snake to tiny things. It's...
all right, we're moving past the dick jokes. We're above this.
We're not.
I'll never be above this.
You take that back. That's what she said.
I've listened to our past shows. Like, we had one show we talked about dicks for like 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah,
you know, we were starting out in the comedy, and we didn't know what else to do, so we just.
That's true. You know, that's true. A lot of comedians do that.
You know, they don't. Unless they're on coke.
Or
take the Australian redback. Dude, shout out to our Australian listeners.
I like how you say that.
Dude, they're probably all locked down right now. You see what's going on there? It's crazy.
Yeah.
You cannot leave your house.
No. Only
Not even go to work. Don't go try to get
my cousin
groceries.
just after this entire time had just got her job back like 2 weeks ago. And then
It was
they're on
crazy. It
another
was like
lock-
one person died too. They're like, shut it down.
Yeah, it was 7 people, but still, yeah.
Yeah, they were like all over 80 or something, wasn't it?
I mean,
it
we're
was
just
crazy.
killing them. You know, Cumo.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, bro. Like, they're used to being in a prison state, so they probably
Well, they gave up all their guns a while ago. I mean, let's not get too political. I'm just
Australian,
saying,
Yeah, don't do that.
Australian redback is a spider that is only the size of an M&M candy, but can take down.
It's a black widow.
An eastern. Bro, God, why are you walking all over me? Huh?
I'm sorry.
You just not impressed? Yeah.
No, I'm actually impressed.
No, I am. I'm impressed
Scroll
by the
down,
size
Monty.
of this
Look
thing.
at some of these snakes.
I see it.
They're not fucking around. I mean, they're eating like highly venomous snakes.
Ain't fucking around. You're right. They fuck with
God
the
damn
water.
it, Monty. All right. Well, we'll just move on. Thanks
No.
for feeding. No.
I want to know about this.
My price-
I need to know about this now.
Broad range of spiders have, I don't know. It's just, I thought it was.
He said, I don't know. Fuck that.
South America's Goliath bird-eating tarantula is the
See,
world's
there we
largest
go.
spider. Here, it munches on a highly venomous, common lancehead snake.
Look at this thing. Look
Wait,
at this
isn't a lance head like a big ass fucking snake though?
Look how big that
That's
spider
super
is,
venomous?
motherfucker. He's just eating it head
Wait,
first.
I know. I think a lance head is fucking venomous as fuck though.
That's what it said. Venomous,
Not
highly venomous, common lancehead is what it called it.
Man, power words that you can print out: appetite, a desire to eat or drink. What the fuck is this, dude? People don't know what some of this shit is.
What?
Arachnid.
It's for the
I know.
lame-
I saw this and I was like, "What's with the glossary?"
I know. Well,
You don't know what a
Good for them.
vegetarian is,
That's better. That's more work than we put into our show notes. So,
right? They actually did their news here at the Science News for Students.
moving
Man.
on.
They-
Who posted? This is you know what? We got a feel good story of the week coming up. So let's play the jingle.
I picked this on
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah, it's good news. It's good news. God damn it! Who's at the front door? Who is it?
Well, hey, man. Why do you look so glum? It looks like you could use some good news. See? Don't you feel better now? It's the good news segment of the week. Brought to you by Rob Jackson's Sticky Green. Good news of the week.
Uh,
I love that. Glad that
swear to
tickled
God.
somebody. I love
Dude,
it.
that still gets me every time. Every time. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
I think it's got to be the voice. It's got to be the voiceover or the fact that it's the doorbell. And I'm like, every time I hear it, I'm like, okay, it's coming. Then I hear it. I'm like, oh, my fucking dogs are going to bark.
In just hours, a Facebook post ended the long search for World War I soldiers' relatives. Devin, you posted this. This is a nice story.
Yes. So the story goes, they helped end the long search for World War I soldiers' relatives. And what happened was Lance Corporal William Swift enlisted on the onset of World War I in 1914. He and his brothers in arms of the King's Own Royal Lannister Regiment.
Lancaster Regiment. Good sir. Lancaster. Let's give the boys dues.
Fine. Were sent to France in 1916 after taking part in a battle of the Somme.
Somme.
Psalm.
Psalm. Oh, yeah. Battle
At
of
age
Somme.
19, Swift perished at the Battle of Arras. But Swift inadvertently left something behind while stationed at the fucking French words, a school, shortly after that battle. But during building renovations, more than a century later, a school teacher unearthed letters to Swift from his family. They were found beneath the floorboards of the soldiers' former billet, which was where they used to hang out. And they were just kind of held by a historian at the Notre Dame de Laureate for
What's
a while.
a billet? What's a soldier's billet?
Like a barracks.
His journal.
Oh, okay.
All right, never mind.
Maybe it is a journal. I don't know. I was guessing.
I looked up.
I think it's
I looked up this Battle of Varos,
Yeah,
which was in World War One. It was a British offensive on the Western Front during World War One, from April 9th to May 16th. British troops attacked German defenses near the French city of Arras on the Western Front. They achieved the longest advance since trench warfare had begun, surpassing the record set by the French army in 1916. They suffered the British Third and First Army suffered about 160,000 casualties.
Wow.
And the German Sixth Army about 125,000.
Man, those numbers are crazy. Like, I haven't experienced a war like that in a long time.
Who's in the background?
Yeah, the kids having a good time back there.
Give me a second.
Yeah, Billet is a place where it is a non-military facility where soldiers are lodged temporarily.
Oh, so it's a barracks.
Yeah.
Of sorts, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Usually civilians' house that they occupied.
So this guy was part of. I just thought it was interesting.
That's crazy. I forgot about that. That back in the day, back in those hours, back in that decade, the mid 1900s, soldiers, when they would go to war, you would go into a city, and you didn't have like a tent or anything like that. You would just take over somebody's house and be like,
"Yep,
this is where we're fucking sleeping. This is where we're cooking dinner." I forgot about that.
Yeah, when they found the letters, it's from the mom and from the parents, like writing to the son, and talks about how the mom says she misses her son. She hopes he's doing well, keeping well, and that she trusts him. It's really full of love, really, is what the teacher said. And so they were determined to get these letters back to the Swift family, but that turned out to be like really difficult.
Why?
They searched for months with no leads. Well, it's because so many people have passed away, and you know how many people are named Swift?
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's common. I mean, there's a trucking company named after him.
I only know Taylor Swift.
God, those terrible fucking drivers.
Yes.
The ads here are killing me on this page.
No, you're fine.
Letters around.
I'm just looking up some World War I stats because it's a war no one really talks about. 40 million. It's estimated about how many people died. Oh wait, no. It's the total number of military and civilian casualties in World War I was about 40 million. About 15 to 22 million deaths and about 23 million wounded military personnel.
God.
Ranking it among the deadliest conflicts in human history. Let's see. You go some of these battles. Have you ever heard of the Battle of Verdun?
Yeah, they actually cover that in Battlefield, Brud.
Yeah,
Battle of Verdun.
Verdun.
That freaking map is brutal. For Battlefield.
That's crazy to think that back in the day, the military forces were able to gather that many people to fight for a cause.
Well, they didn't even gather. Those people freaking volunteered.
I know, but imagine being able to command. How do you command that many people?
Lots of generals.
That's
a lot of people.
Correspondents.
Who makes the final call?
If you ever get a chance to listen to Dan Carlin, Hardcore History, you need to Blueprint for Armageddon. It blows your mind about what you're talking about, the amount of people used. I'll give you an idea, Monty. So they had the front line, which was like that 500-mile stretch across France, The German army, that was their main army, was that front line. Their flank army, their backup army was supposed to come through Belgium and swing the door closed on the Belgium side. The backup army, they said that by the time the front of the line had marched 28 miles, the back of the line just starts moving.
What?
That's
for 500 miles long.
And that was no. That's the backup army that started marching to Belgium.
Oh,
that was the backup army. That was the
reserves.
The
backup. Yeah, that's fucking insane for 28 miles. It's nothing but troops.
There was an American journalist that was in I forget what city he was in, but as the Germans marched through it, he said he woke up in the morning and then they arrived. And he said it was so weird because like the French still had like the Napoleon garb from war. Like that's what they were wearing at the beginning of World War I. And he said it was foggy that day. And he said he saw like a scout come and it was this German and he was in this all gray uniform. And like everyone was jealous of the Germans' uniforms because no one had thought of it, and like it was like just sort of ominous. Like they were literally upset that the Germans had come up with such a great uniform. There's like documentation of them riding back and forth.
Well, have you really? I mean, they got snazzy outfits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
they look classy.
And then he said that they arrived to the town, started marching through it, and he said it was just a rhythmic back, doom, doom, doom as they walked. Went to bed, woke up the next morning, still marching through the town. Never stops.
Wow. I can't.
Can you imagine that?
I would be cool to see that mass amount of people all fighting for the same cause, good or bad.
I wouldn't want to see it because it means you're in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, okay,
I gotta see it on TV.
Like, or a satellite image of it. Could you imagine?
Do a little Salt Bay with my fucking bombs. You know what I'm saying? Just a little fucking
watching 300 with the person.
Like, hey, I'm out. I'm out.
I was just looking up the stats for that Battle of Verdun because they were firing shells nonstop back and forth, and I did some research on it, and it was something like a shell every 3 seconds was fired off for 7 straight days.
It's just crazy.
Yeah,
wars were fought differently back then.
Well, that's what makes this story so cool. Is like, it was a good story of the week. We just like
they end up posting it on social media after they exhausted all the other historical means of trying to get in touch with people. In less than 4 hours, it had been shared over a few thousand times, and they had found a few family connections in England, and they were able to find like relatives of these people to give them their letters back.
Huh?
Kind of neat, huh?
I like that. I like stories like this because it's cool, because it's literally a step back in time. Like, if we were able to read this letter, I'm surprised they don't show.
They show the letter ish.
Well,
I mean, but it's private though. You know what I mean? Like,
I know it'd be cool to be able to read it and understand what this soldier was going
Colonel
through.
William Shaw's letters between him and his parents from the movie Glory. I mean, that's what inspired.
That's what would be cool. That's what I like is being able to read back in time what these guys were experiencing. You know,
how much more well cultured and they were.
Do any of you keep journals?
Do I keep a journal? No.
I have a book I write stuff down in, like, that I want to get accomplished for the month.
I'm going to write memoirs one time in my future, though.
You know, I have a saying in the front of my little black book, you know, that keeps me focused. But, you know, for the most part, I just write things. Oh, here in August, I want to get this done to the house, or I need to figure out this, or want to save X amount of money.
No journals, though.
No. Do you keep journal?
I do.
You do
write one every day? What do you do? Once a week?
No, I don't do it every day. I'll probably say I hit it maybe twice a month or something like that.
And what do you write?
You what's going on or what?
Yeah, just what's going on.
Like just how work is or how life is, or
I mean, listen, they say if you become super successful, it's because you kept a journal. So and it seems like the easiest thing to do out of all the other things that are required to be successful.
Waking up
you're gonna look back. You're gonna look back and be like, oh, look, in this day, like a while ago, I slept for 16 hours right through a show I was supposed to record.
Whoa. That's a low blow.
That's fucked up. That's the past. We move forward on this podcast.
Well, see, like, why?
No, we don't.
Monty, this is why you get picked on, because you jump side so quick.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Monty's on my side.
I know. I was just saying.
You know it's bad when you got Monty on your side.
Oh no!
Speaking of,
that's why you and I never do good in Warzone.
Yeah.
I know that's true. We do not do well in Warzone together, do we? Slice of cake from Princess Diana, Prince Charles' wedding.
We are doing it.
Oh, jeez, we're just doing it.
Just get it the fuck over with. All right.
What the fuck?
It does sell for
that's it.
$2,500.
$2,500, almost $2,600 if you round off.
So you have to keep it frozen if you don't.
Right? Apparently, this slice of cake. So there was 23 official cakes made for Princess Diana's wedding, Princess and Prince Charles' wedding. Let's make sure we include him. Anyways, there was 23 official cakes made.
We're
for
American.
the royal.
We don't have to worry about
our news. Yeah. It's not our gods.
Fuck Charles.
It's not our god.
Anyways, this slice of cake weighed 28 ounces and was preserved inside a plastic wrap and a cake tin.
What happens if it's like the one slice that the queen tried to like slip poison into? It's just when Diana ate it.
I never thought about that when I shared this
That's
story.
some Game of Thrones shit.
This is the slice we're gonna
that.
save forever. She's like, foiled again.
This was the red wedding.
Oh fuck!
The red wedding that never went red.
Right.
That's crazy. Anyways, it was sold. The item was sold to the Dominic.
The red slice.
Sold to Dominic Winter on behalf of the Smith family in 2008. Yeah, but it's just being reported. Freaking what today? Yesterday?
You had this story.
Yeah,
Why
the
does it sound
12th.
like you're just reading it?
The reason
No, I already read this.
is because the amount that they sold it for is only 2,300.
2,500.
2,500.
2,600 if you come on.
Okay, 26.
For a slice, 28 ounces of cake.
Is it a good deal? Hot or not?
Ooh.
Hot or not?
Not.
Not?
Yeah,
We're going not.
I'm going with it is. You own a slice from one of the biggest conspiracy theories ever in the world.
Look how long her
you know
neck
what?
is in this photo where she's kissing.
I'd
this
actually-
guy.
I would
What's
buy
the
it just so I could throw
conspiracy
it away.
theory that it's not the
On
cake?
her death. On her death. She is one of the biggest conspiracy. She has so many conspiracies wrapped around her name. It's ridiculous.
Bro,
I don't know. The looking at that neck, though. I mean,
I would.
That picture bothers me so much because look at
I
how
love
old
women
he
with
is.
long
He
necks,
looks like
bro.
he could be her fucking grandfather.
you know that was a terrible kiss too. Because look, his lips are not even like
Yeah, I know. He's
pushed
like,
together. It's just he's trying to just breathe because he can't breathe through his nose.
He's holding his breath.
Yeah, that's probably just ugh.
the
He
longest.
said,
It looks terrible. Like at least kiss
I
her
thought you
back.
used to kiss
fuck.
back then. It's different.
Yeah, but her
That's true.
the length of her
He
neck.
really, he's just looking like he's just breathing,
Trying so
taking a
hard.
picture, right? And
Right.
she's literally like she's got to like
She's
lean in.
smooching. Yeah.
She's gotta
She's gotta
get in
lean
there.
in, and she's like going for the top lip, but his lips have not moved. They're just still standard breathing.
Jesus.
Maybe it was a caught off guard picture, you know.
You think so?
She reached in and he wasn't. Maybe
Princess
he was mid
Diana,
sentence.
beautiful woman.
This guy's just a fuck. That's what I'm going.
He's just a fuck.
Florida man.
Like.
We have a Florida man story.
What is
Where
this?
would Fox News be without a Florida man story?
Oh, fuck. What
God
is this
damn it!
guy?
Every time, Fox.
Bully, el loco. That's what that sounded like.
I didn't get that pop-up ad that you got. What the fuck?
Yeah, me neither did I.
Florida man who killed mother and toddler. What the fuck?
What is
He was
this?
racing. No. So I read this
Aw.
story earlier. He had just graduated high school or something and was racing his car, and this mom and toddler were trying to cross the street, and he just fucking totally smoked them. So
Fuck
in
Devin.
2018, what?
Wait, what? You shared it.
Lighted them.
Oh man. Okay.
So
Cameron, now 21, was sentenced in April for racing a fellow student in Tampa with his brand new Ford Mustang, a high school graduate, and slamming into Jessica Resinger Robinalt, 24, who pushed her daughter Lilia in a stroller across the road in 2018. He killed the mom and daughter because he was street racing.
It's horrible.
Oh, look at this picture of the family too. You can. Oh, dude.
Yeah, brutal, right? But because he's cute, he's had this huge social media outpouring from people that are supporting him. It's like the punishment is too harsh.
6 years maximum sentence.
That's it. Like that's what I mean.
it?
Like bullshit.
You murdered a mom and her daughter.
Was he a
You know,
genius?
it
And you'll
wasn't
be
on
out by the
purpose.
time you're 24.
Well,
Was
it
ju-
wasn't on purpose, but still, like that's it. I'm sorry, bro. I'm the dad. I have problems.
This dude's a piece of shit.
Oh,
How did he not get the death penalty?
well, I mean, he's a kid racing a car. I mean,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. How
You know
old
what I'm
was
saying?
he when he did this?
Yeah, you're a bit extreme.
No, I'm not.
Accidents
because-
happen.
Yeah.
It's not
Because
saying
they
you should kill him
try-
for it. You know what I mean?
Monty, I know you, and you do stupid shit to this day. And this guy's only 21.
He was
Oh,
18 at
he
the
should
time
be
when
tried as
did
an
it.
adult for manslaughter.
He is being
He
tried as
did.
an adult.
For manslaughter.
He pled guilty vehicular homicide in December.
Oh, so that's what it is. He pled guilty and got a fucking plea deal. That's exactly what this is.
Yeah, that's
If he
Well,
pled not guilty, he
There was
would
at
have been.
least 100,000 tweets about Heron, while videos related to him on TikTok were viewed 1.7 billion times.
Hmm. Twitter has since suspended 900 accounts, removing more than 90,000 tweets that posted content of heroin for violating its platform manipulation and spam policy. So basically, social media got this guy.
A lenient.
Yeah, got him freed out. Basically.
Yeah, that's why I shared it. It's just that's the power of social media these days.
Wow.
Because people are disconnected from it. They're like, oh, yeah, that sucks. But really, you're going to punish him forever for it? Like, yeah.
I think so.
Because maybe the next kid that thinks about going to racing his cars be like, you know, maybe we shouldn't do that.
The husband's punished forever, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah, it is
I'm
terrible.
upset
That's
now.
why
I'm
I had led
upset.
this. I came with this story after the good news one.
Yeah, thanks, bud. Thanks. You just took it down that dark fucking corner again. Just
Well,
pissed everybody off.
We're not raising the bar because we're going into Nigerian medical student finds friend's corpse on examination table and flees class and town.
What is this?
So one Thursday afternoon, supposed to be a regular study of some recently deceased corpses. As usual, the fellow students gathered around 3 examination tables at the University of Calabar, which sounds like it should be on Harry Potter. No, all flat. Okay.
I was reading. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm reading.
I made eye contact with Tia, and he just wouldn't give it to me. I don't know. I'm like, throw me a bone here, bud.
Yeah.
No.
Say the line again. Do it again. I need to hear it.
Like,
No.
You already missed it. It's like trying to record 3 times over. It's already gone.
As
okay.
usual,
It wasn't good.
As usual, Egbay and his fellow students gathered around 3 examination tables at the University of Calabar. That's like I should be at a school at Hogwarts.
Not even close to what you said.
Oh, goddamn, an old knee slapper.
Fuck you guys, you know?
Tough crowd today.
Well, it was I'm just like, I mean, this is crazy. The professor pulls the cover away, right?
Yeah.
And it's his buddy that he goes clubbing with, and there's 2 bullet holes on the right side of his chest. And he's supposed
Wow.
Could you imagine?
Good friend for more than 7 years
to, yeah.
who had recently disappeared. He didn't know where he was.
Well,
I
now he
wonder
knows.
if this guy knew. If you knew somebody for 7 years, you would think something's wrong. If all of a sudden homie doesn't get back to me.
I mean, sometimes people just kind of go on hiatus. I mean, it's not like
No, I mean, look at what
They said it
happens
was
in our
recent.
group. No, look at what happens in our circle. Someone doesn't respond to a message, and fucking, we're sending the troops out for them.
Did we send the troops out, or did we just wait for him to wake up?
Yeah, to be fair,
Well,
I said I was just going to bed, so
Yeah. We thought about sending the troops out and figured if he didn't respond.
I figured if anybody would send the troops, it'd be Wes going over there knocking, you know. Hey, you okay, buddy?
Now I said that this is interesting. There's a problem in the country. It highlights 2 problems the country is facing. The first one is that there aren't enough corpses to train medical students. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, because it's what, Nigeria?
Yeah. Go hit someone with a machete.
Don't-
Models and lectures are
Jesus.
no.
Create your own.
God.
Yikes. That's like some
Don't they have
Chinese-
Ebola over there?
Yeah.
I'm sure they got plenty of people.
That's
Cause of
Congo.
death.
That's
Cause of death, bullet holes. Man, that's a machete mark. Bullet holes.
Damn.
And then I don't know. So where do the few bodies they get come from?
Most of the cadavers we used in school had bullets in them.
That's crazy.
I
I just read that.
I felt so bad when I realized that some of the people may not have been real criminals. Anna recalled. I'm like, way to go, Anna. Not everybody. Jesus.
Not everyone's a criminal, though.
Look at this. So, according to Nigerian law, the government hands "quote unquote" unclaimed bodies in public mortuaries to medical schools. More than 90% of the bodies delivered to the schools are supposed criminals that were shot dead. And that was a study in 2011 they did. So 90% of these bodies these medical students are getting are all just fatal gunshot
Wow.
victims.
So you know how we have the SWAT team? Nigeria has the SARS team, which is Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Now, there's a 36-year-old tradesman, Cheda Nanamane, tells a different story. He says in written testimony to a government judicial panel that he was in custody of SARS for 4 months in 2009. During that time, Nanami had assisted security guards in loading cadavers of tortured and executed people into a van. Among prisoners, the job was known as ambulance duty, quotation marks.
What do you think that van was like? Do you think it was sanitary? Or do you think it was just
Fuck
like
no.
one of those
You know,
Ford
blood
Eco
was dripping from the
lines,
back like a bunch of
fucking-
carcasses
as he's driving down the dirt road, 65 miles an hour, it's dripping guts out the back?
for
Well,
sure.
bullet. Yeah.
It's right in between. It's
Stainless
right in
steel?
between both.
You just wash it out. Power wash that fucker out.
There you go.
No, it's like a U-Haul.
Can you imagine that being your job, showing up for the first day? All right, I'm here to work. All right, cool.
Mommy, come on over here. Just grab this guy by his leg. Don't worry about him. He's dead.
It says right here too. It says private mortuaries are not authorized to donate bodies to the medical schools, but government mortuaries can.
Wow. It's so wrong.
Well, we talked about it being bad here, but not quite there yet. Not quite.
Yeah. Damn.
You know what? I lied. Man arrested for tattooing child inside of South Carolina McDonald's. McD.
A quote
McD.
from the Toronto
In
Sun.
South
Mick
Carolina.
Eating
What's
on
wrong? What's wrong with Toronto Sun? Dr. Dave?
It's never Canadian news.
Never.
No.
Not
It's
even-
never.
Not even once.
Oh, I'm going to
Has it
watch
been
this
Canadian
video.
news.
Yeah, the video's crazy.
Big Mac? or
Wait,
Big
what is
Tat?
this?
Video?
Yeah,
Oh, no, this is a lady giving birth
I'm watching this
on the
here.
counter.
Yeah, I
What?
saw
She
this
is
was
on
news
the-
a while ago.
Okay. So
Well,
what?
the story goes that the dude was given a tattoo to one of the employees of the McDonald's, and that a patron noticed it and thought it was not the right place to be getting a tattoo and notified the authorities, and they came to investigate. And obviously, the worker was under 18, and the other guy, he was not a licensed. Why the hell is this lady giving birth on the counter? What the hell is
I
happening?
can't look away.
Me either. The fuck?
Okay,
In her defense, she was on break.
who the
She
fuck
was
is
on
the
break,
Karen-
but like,
what is she
well,
doing?
in South
Time
Carolina,
license.
you can be 14 years old and work. So I thought that
really?
was interesting. You could get inked at a McDonald's, and the manager is totally okay with it.
Sounds good to me. I
So
can eat
it-
my Big
it would-
Mac and my
and-
nuggets and get ink.
So if you were sitting in McDonald's, which who does that anymore?
That's right.
Very
Like,
true.
I don't want to be seen in there. If I'm getting it, I'm in the drive-thru and I got my hoodie up. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Hoodie up.
don't look at me.
Mask on.
Don't judge me.
You worry about spreading COVID? No, I just don't want to be seen.
Yes, I just ordered 2 double cheeseburgers and 2 spicy McChickens and a
Oh,
fucking
God,
Diet Coke. Leave me
Wow.
alone.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
that's good for six.
Jesus.
God, yeah, that sounds good right now. I'm fucking starving.
Really?
You know, my wife was complaining about how I'm not spontaneous or creative unless it involves like terrible jokes. So I went out and got a tattoo.
Really?
Yeah, but since I'm not very creative, I had them tattoo a pic of my thermos from work on it. I went home all excited. I showed her my new tattoo, and she was really confused about it. While I showed her, she was like, she looked at it for a while. She's like, went to touch it, and I yelled, "Don't touch the thermostat!"
God. Why does she put up with you?
Only marginally better than the Harry Potter joke.
Really?
That
That's
hurt
pretty
me.
good.
That poor woman. I'm so sad for her.
I'm just saying.
What are you just saying? No, what are you just saying?
Just get a tattoo of a thermos, and when people go to touch it, you're like, "Don't touch the thermostat."
Unsolved medical mysteries that unsolved.
God, stop.
I'm trying to cut it off.
He's trying to realize.
Unsolved medical mysteries that stump doctors to this day.
Oh, I want to hear Dave's. Oh, wait.
Number 1, water allergy.
What? How does that work?
Some people suffer from aquagenic urticaria, or, as we say in English, water allergy. They can drink water, but that's about all they can do with it. If these people are exposed to water, say by taking a shower, their skin will erupt in itchy and sometimes painful red blisters. This means you can't swim, be out in the rain, or even wash yourself. Even
God, could you
sweating.
imagine?
Even sweating can trigger symptoms in the worst cases. Water allergy is extremely rare, with only a handful of known cases, and doctors can't agree on what causes it.
Wow, that's
Could you
crazy.
imagine?
You know how you make a waterbed bouncier?
Oh, Jesus,
How?
No.
You fill it with spring water.
They're getting better.
Stiff person syndrome.
Oh, I got that problem.
It just moves on.
Stiff person syndrome is a medical condition that can leave a person a prisoner inside their own body. Your
Was that
muscles-
like what do they call that? Night terrors?
No, I think that's where you wake up screaming like.
No, it's like a night. Oh, okay.
What's a night terror?
Well, they say they have like night paralysis too. Like people are sleeping when they wake up and they can't fucking move.
Yeah, that's like demonic shit though. Sleep terrors are an episode of screaming, intense fear, and flailing while asleep, also known as night terrors. Sleep terrors are often paired with sleepwalking. It's a considered parasomnia.
Morgellons disease. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I don't know.
That's where people think they have something crawling under their skin.
This bacterium causes tumors in plants and could explain the parasitical symptoms of the disease. Others, however, think that Morgellons disease doesn't exist. People suffering from the disease have been diagnosed with delusional parasitosis, a psychological condition where the person believes they're infected by a parasite.
So kind of like hypochondriacs. To me, it sounds like.
Liars?
Oh, they just feel like something's under their skin. So
Yeah.
It's just a strange skin sensation. I've actually heard of this one before. The other ones, not so much. But some of the stuff this article says, just I've never seen anywhere else in any other research.
One of the guys I worked with, his son was actually allergic to cold weather, like temperature outside. So, like, I'm not making this up either. It's not.
I would say take
It's not a bad line to a joke. It's just like lived in Wyoming, and the kid couldn't get outside if he got like exposed to cold air, he would like develop hives and shit. And they'd have to get him to the fucking hospital. It's like the mom always had to have him super bundled up. The car had to be warm before she could put him in it. She had to keep the kid away from the windows.
Bibs.
I just imagine Cartman
In the winter.
from South Park walking out in a bunch of jackets, just waddling out there.
Yeah. Look like the kid from Christmas Story. He can't put his arms down.
Yes. Yeah. So what happened?
No, it's just I was like, what better reason do you have to move to Hawaii, dude?
You just leave him out in the cold one day and just say,
No,
"Fuck
he's
it."
just that's how he is. Just they just live with it.
It's like time to be a man, John.
Guess where they moved? North Dakota. I'm like, you're going the wrong direction.
Fuck you, kid.
You're trying to kill the kid. What is happening?
Hopefully, he moved to Jamaica.
That's what I said. I was like, what better reason do you have to go to like a tropical place?
You're not strong enough, boy. Foreign accent syndrome. This might be one of the weirdest conditions on this list.
You know, I've seen this and heard of it, and like, or like some people like falling and hitting their head, and all of a sudden they speak like perfect French, or they'll have like a French accent. My favorite one was this Mexican gal that spoke French. It was hilarious.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, they just get. Where was that? They gave an example of this Norwegian woman who got injured during an air raid and suddenly started speaking in a German accent. To me, that just sounds like surrender. But,
wow.
I don't know where to go after that.
I'm looking up the one lady I was talking about. That's it. I want to say she lives in Texas.
And she she speaks in a French accent now?
Yes.
Where is this? See this video.
There's this,
I'm looking it up.
California that had an Asian accent, and people were thinking that she was being
being racist.
Yeah.
I just want to talk to somebody.
Just ask Becky Buckless coming in live.
She's married, you know what I mean? Like she has her husband.
God, just give us a reason to be racist on the show.
was a long time ago. It was probably like 4 years
I
ago.
just
too.
think of that Sunny in Philadelphia episode where Dee's trying out all of her different characters for SNL, and they're all super racist. She's got like that Tammy Asian one. Oh, you're so funny. Disembarkment syndrome. If you've been on a long trip on a boat, you may need to regain your land legs. This is how people with disembarkment syndrome feel most, if not all of the time. They can never escape the unnerving sensation of non-existent motion.
Really?
Yeah. So like traveling in a vehicle, not just a boat, but like a car, plane, even an elevator.
It's like what they had when in Waterworld, when they get on land, they called it land sickness.
Right.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that movie exactly too.
I fucking love that movie. Dude. It's like a terrible movie, but I love it.
Yeah,
I have a hard time
movie.
not watching it when it's on. I'm a big fan of Ron Harper too, though.
Kevin Costner's awesome.
People suffering from migraines and women aged between 30 and 60 seem to be most susceptible to the disembarkment syndrome. So
It's got to be something with balance, right?
yeah,
Right.
well, they say the brain. So they said here that
Vaguely.
the brain, what they believe it to be is that the brain is failing to readjust to the body, no longer moving with the vehicle.
Isn't it the liquid in the
Permanently.
ears? That's what I thought it was.
just
I
gotta
thought
hit
that's
him on
why
the
you
head. Reboot the system.
Carter.
Dr.
Dr.
Dave.
Every time.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, what's your thoughts on this?
We're-
You're the only one with medical expertise, and you're not talking about it.
You're gonna ask me for my opinion on unsolved mysteries that stump.
Yes, that's what we're
Yeah.
doing.
No, like
That's
like
what we're
sickness,
here
like
for.
like motion sickness and land sickness. Doesn't it have something to do with the fluid in your ears?
You could
That's
be
why
the
people get
first-
sick when they go on boats, right?
Yeah, you could break the mysteries
I
right
mean,
here and be
sometimes.
known as the first guy to like come up with a theory.
Yes. Yep.
He just says yes.
Syndrome X.
What is this?
Brooke Greenberg died in 2013 when she was only 20 years old. But if you'd met her before her death, you wouldn't have believed she's 20. Greenberg stopped aging when she was only 5. The only parts of her body that continued to grow were her hair and nails. In every other way, she got stuck in time. They tried giving her growth hormones. Several genetic studies showed that her DNA was completely normal, no mutations, along with aging disorders. Greenberg was born prematurely, but that was the only unusual thing about her, apart from not aging. Her parents and siblings all are healthy without any types of medical issues. To this day, the doctors are utterly perplexed about why Greenberg never grew up.
Yeah, but why? I mean, why'd she die though?
That's what I was going to ask.
I mean, if she quit growing. Like, what caused her to die? What was her death?
I don't know. It doesn't say. Look up her name, Brooke Greenberg.
Give me a hot second.
Hot second. Here.
There's a movie like that too. It's a horror movie.
Greta? What? Oh, that's Thornburg. Sorry.
Oh, she had
No,
she had an estimated mental age of 9 months to 1 year.
Yeah, but
Oh.
that's still. Oh, right here. In her 6 years, she went through a series of unexplained medical emergencies from which she recovered. She had 7 perforated stomach ulcers. She also suffered a seizure. This was followed by another later diagnosis as a stroke.
So
At the age of 5, she had a mass in her brain that caused her to go into a deep sleep.
Wow.
She had a 14-day coma. She had a brain tumor.
But they still
and then
just
later
don't. They don't know what caused all this stuff.
No, they said cause of death was bronchomalacia, which just means that the airways weren't rigid enough and they just collapsed, so she couldn't breathe.
Ooh.
Wow.
All right.
So she
Neat.
suffocated.
We're gonna
to
end the
death.
show on this motherfucker.
Pretty much. Yeah.
God damn.
No, we're gonna end the
No.
show. Bright note: bank robbers' handwriting was so bad, staff didn't realize they were being robbed.
What is Audie?
Yeah, this type of thing.
Where is this at?
The UK.
In the UK. One would-be bank robber from the UK might want to invest in a printer for his future heists.
Oh,
Body, of course. On March 18th, retiree Ian Slattery from St. Leonard's on England's south coast entered a branch office. The 67-year-old handed the clerk a note he had penned beforehand. Unfortunately for him, the staff member couldn't make heads or tails.
I'm trying to find this note. I don't see it.
When they asked for some clarification on what he actually wanted, Slattery turned around and walked away, which is a good call on his part. According to the police, the staff were able to decipher the letter only after a while after Slattery had left empty-handed.
Then he goes in again. He
did it again on March 26th.
Oh, he did it again?
Yeah, on March 26th.
So Slattery tried his luck at another nationwide bank in his hometown of St. Leonard's. This time he had written his note more carefully, and it was actually effective.
Good job,
having read the note, the teller became afraid of her safety and forked over the cash to Slattery. He made off with $3,300. Again, cops were called, and they doubled down on the investigation. They were on Slattery's trail when they got a call from a third bank.
Oh, man, yeah. Man. He had entered into this branch in Hastings on April 1st. The staff was able to read the note, but the teller challenged Slattery's demand, and he left without causing further incident. At this point, the cops hurried over to the last known address they had on file for him, and they found the man walking near his house and promptly arrested him.
That's a lot of time. He's going to get a lot of time for $3,300.
I mean, he never hurt anyone. You know, it's not like
that's true, but that's a felony, man. I mean,
there's a different country too.
Yeah, it's true. They put him in a tower there, don't they?
They used to. And then
they're selling.
Chop off a finger.
Yeah. Top for the queen. Take it like a man, good sir. Stiff upper lip. Yeah. God damn it. Everyone. Just not him.
We're here. I mean,
really.
I was reading Donnelly's comments here.
What'd he say?
He said, "Fuck North Dakota, midget fetish, and then later we will catch up on the show Sunday evening at work."
What?
He knows where he stands.
Oh, there we go. We'll just end the show there. Midget fetish. I got a bottom of the screen there over live. All right, gentlemen. Great show. Next week. Next week. Do you know what we're going into next week?
I just hacked up a lung.
Are we finally doing the Clinton one?
No one excited about next week. Just ready to go fucking call it a night.
Next week?
We're going to Paul Walker.
Really?
Ooh, what?
Yeah. No, we're doing.
It's been awaited for since what? Week 2?
Since week 2. Maybe
I've been waiting for this Paul Walker one for a minute.
Yeah,
now I think
here.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little compilation of all of our shows that tie up to the Paul Walker case. So that
like
Mr. Crowley's, all that will get tied in together. And then I'll probably push that out Sunday. So everyone give that a listen to so we can get in the, get proper mind frame for a little homework.
Yeah, it'll be good to listen to. I re-listened to some of our stuff. I'm like, God, I forgot about that.
Our stuff was good. I was like, man, God damn it.
For sure.
Yeah. Gentlemen, have a good night.
All right.
Night Phantoms. Good morning.
For sure.
Good afternoon.
All right.
I got the next 3 days off. If I finna have a potty.
This fuck.
Patty.
Better than being Dr. Dave where you can just, work once a month.
And make enough money.
Is he already gone?
Dude, I got to work like 2 days this week.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
End of the show.
So,
Have a good night, everybody.
yeah. First time in 5 weeks.